A very good morning to all the teachers, education officers, and Honorable Education Minister of Meghalaya who has joined us in this state education webinar. I, Poonam Sharma, on behalf of Sri Aurobindo Society, extend my warm regards and greetings to all the members who have joined us in this event. I also welcome the teaching community who have joined us via our social media platforms and about 6 lakh teachers who are part of ZIIEI Facebook page as well. I extend my warm regards to everyone. This is a special morning for all of us, and indeed a very special morning for all the teachers of Meghalaya, and especially those 133 teachers who will be felicitated at that have witnessed some very unprecedented situations. We went through a phase which we had never seen before, but with the efforts of education officers and teachers of Meghalaya, especially under the leadership of Honorable Education Minister of Meghalaya, Sri Lakshman Rimbui, we have been able to sail through this phase successfully. And it's a pleasure and honor for me to be a part of this discussion the state level initiative, the state level education conference chaired by Honorable Education Minister of Meghalaya, Sri Lakshman Rimbui. Today, this evening, we will be felicitating 133 teachers of Meghalaya who have worked tirelessly, effortlessly during this COVID-19 lockdown period, and have been a part of Sri Aurobindo Society's initiative IPAAC, Innovative Pathshala Alternative Academic Calendar. And to formally begin this event, I once again extend my warm regards and greetings to all the members who have joined us in this level education conference. I, Poonam Sharma, on behalf of Sri Aurobindo Society, extend my warm regards and greetings to Honorable Education Minister of Meghalaya, Sri Lakshman Rimbui. And to begin with, I extend my gratitude that he has spared his valuable time for us today, this evening. Sir, it's an honor and a privilege for us state level education conference, and we are very sure that your presence will inspire many teachers of Meghalaya to work for the betterment of education. And at this note, I also humbly request all the participants to please keep your mobile phones or other devices on mute format so that we don't have any unwanted audio interruptions during the event. I will not take much time. I know year 2020 was not an easy year for most of us. Many domains and sectors witnessed unprecedented situations, and education was also one of them. But with the efforts of education officers and teachers under the leadership of State Education Ministry, the education continued. Children were able to receive education, and we are hoping to have a better future for everyone from this year's onward when schools will reopen and they will come back to their schools again. And to add to it, I would also like to say that this period was widely utilized by the teachers of Meghalaya. They became part of Sri Aurobindo Society Innovative Pathshala Alternative Academic Calendar and acquired skills for experiential and joyful teaching. This will definitely benefit the students not only during this period but also post-COVID-19 lockdown period as well. Because these training sessions improving the minimum learning outcomes of the students, decreasing the learning gaps between the students, and overall holistically uplifting the education and benefiting the education. And now I would request to present a formal vote of address, a welcome address. I request Shri Ashok Sharma, National Head Training Rupantar, Sri Aurobindo Society, to welcome Honorable Education Minister of Meghalaya, Shri Lekman Rimboe. Over to Ashok sir.
परम आदरणीय श्री लक्ष्मण रंबोई, मिनिस्टर एजुकेशन, आईसी होम पुलिस, डिस्ट्रिक्ट काउंसिल अफेयर्स एंड बॉर्डर एरिया डेवलपमेंट का मैं अशोक श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी के प्रतिनिधि के रूप में हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं, हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूं। रुंबई साहब ने अपना जीवन का एक क्षण भी व्यर्थ नहीं जाने दिया। उनका जब बायोडाटा में देखा था तो केवल 20 साल की उम्र में उन्होंने ब्यूरोक्रेट्स का काम शुरू किया और डिफरेंट पदों पे रहते हुए उन्होंने उस कार्यशैली को समझने का प्रयास किया कि किसी भी प्रदेश के ब्यूरोक्रेट्स किस तरह से काम करते हैं। और शायद 38 साल की उम्र में उन्होंने विधायक का पद प्राप्त कर लिया। इतनी यंग एज में शायद देश के बहुत कम राजनीति में प्रवेश करते हैं। और इस अनुभव के साथ कि ब्यूरोक्रेट्स किस तरह से काम करते हैं, इस अनुभव के साथ बहुत कम राजनीतिक काम करते हैं। मुझे ये खुशी हुई उनका बायोडाटा देख के। अगर देश के तमाम राजनीतिक इसी राह पर चलते हुए, ये समझते हुए कि ब्यूरोक्रेट्स किस तरह से काम करते हैं, उस तरह से राजनीति की जाए तो शायद एक सफल राजनीति संभव है देश, और देश एक उन्नति के शिखर तक पहुंचा सकते हैं, ऐसा मैं समझता हूं। उन्होंने एजुकेशन के साथ साथ आज भी उनके पास डिफरेंट क्षेत्र हैं जिनमें वो कार्यरत हैं, लेकिन शिक्षा एक मुख्य है। और किसी भी प्रदेश का और किसी भी देश का अगर शिक्षा और संस्कृति समृद्ध है, निश्चित रूप से वो प्रदेश और देश उन्नति के शिखर पर पहुंचेगा, उसे कोई रोक नहीं सकता। मैं ये उम्मीद, इतने सारे कार्यभार प्रदेश के संभाले हैं तो निश्चित रूप से श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी उनसे ये आशा रखती है कि मेघालय प्रदेश शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में निश्चित रूप से एक दिन ऊंचाइयों को छुएगा। और उस ऊंचाइयों के छूने का जो सफर है, उसमें श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी का सहयोग स्वीकार किया है मंत्री साहब ने और अन्य शिक्षा अधिकारी और शिक्षकों ने। उसके लिए श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी हृदय से उनका आभार प्रकट करना चाहती है, हृदय से उनकी कृतज्ञता स्वीकार करती है। और हम ये विश्वास दिलाते हैं कि पहुंचाने में कोई भी कसर नहीं छोड़ेगी। हमारे साथ, हमारे पास जो भी कुछ है वो सब कुछ मेघालय की शिक्षा में समर्पित करने का भाव श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी रखती है। मैं अंत में एक बार मंत्री महोदय का, तमाम शिक्षा अधिकारियों का, तमाम उन शिक्षकों का जो आज इस वेबिनार में जुड़े हुए हैं, श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी की तरफ से उनका हृदय से आभार प्रकट, हृदय से बहुत बहुत आभार। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद अशोक सर इस खूबसूरत नोट के लिए और इस वेलकम एड्रेस के लिए। एंड नाउ इट इज टाइम फॉर अस टू have few words from Honorable Education Minister of Meghalaya, Shri Lekman Rimboe. So we all know that year 2020 was not an easy year, but still with the efforts of we were able to sail through the difficult times. The problem has not been resolved fully, but we are hopeful for a better results and solutions. As you know, ZIIEI, that is Zero Initiatives, is an initiative of Shri Aurobindo Society and HDFC Bank and has oriented more than 20 lakh teachers towards zero investment innovations in education. And during the COVID-19 lockdown period, ZIIEI came up with IPAAC, that is Innovative Pathshala Alternative Academic Calendar. The training sessions in this calendar or in this course aimed at improving the minimum learning outcomes of students by training our teachers for experiential and joyful teaching. Today, we will be felicitating 133 for their exceptional efforts which they have made under IPAAC. And now I request Honorable Minister Sir to please give us some inputs and insights on all the initiatives that were taken up at the state level during this COVID-19 lockdown period and how he sees future of education in Meghalaya. Over to Honorable Education Minister Sir. So please unmute yourself. Honorable Education Minister Sir, please unmute yourself. No, sir, we cannot hear you right now.
Could you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. A very warm welcome, sir. Over to you, sir.
A very good morning to each one of you who are attending this webinar on this morning. It is my privilege to associate myself with Aribandho Society, who have taken an initiative to help the teachers overcome the barrier of innovation through teaching online or other alternative as being stated right now. As we know that education is a very dynamic, and we as the administrator, we as the teachers, we have to update ourselves. We have to innovate to try and help the children of today. Moreover, last year until today, we are facing this problem, and this is not a problem. In fact, it is not pandemic proof. We have to do something. But and from this we realize we have talked about online teaching, we have talked about computerization of classroom, this and that. But from this pandemic, we realize that what we do, not even 10% of the improvement which we could done. 90% of the students of the schools could not have the infrastructure, could not have the connectivity. And from this pandemic, we have seen that more than 70% of the teachers, they didn't have the capacity to connect with the student through alternative method. So this is, so to say, we have to think in a positive way that how to prepare ourselves for the future. Especially in Meghalaya, we have the problem of three things. To meet the criteria of education, we need three things. Number one is the good infrastructure. We have seen in the government schools that about 90% of 60% of the government schools building are in dilapidated condition, which needs the renovation so that they could meet the standard of disseminating the teaching or with the help of ICT. And also we have, besides that, we need the trained teachers. We have seen that many of our teachers that they are not, many of them, they have not been exposed to this type of method. So we have to train, empower our teachers so that they could take the advantage of this online, so that we could reach to the student of our state. And number three, I have seen that connectivity. Connectivity is the core issue, because I have seen that in most of the rural areas, especially, that the connectivity is not there. So this is a big challenge. But having said that, we have to overcome. We from the education department in this during this pandemic, the first thing we have done is that we have joined hand with Dudashan Kendra to give this online, the teaching for the student every morning. We join hand with the All India Radio, and we have with the initiative of Asian Development Bank. We are trying to update all the curriculum online, and the teachers also could teach, so the student could so that the student could benefit from that. But having said that, I have seen that it is not very easy for us to make this drastic change, and for the student themselves also to adopt this drastic change. Classroom teaching is the main. We cannot do away with classroom teaching. So I hope that we will try collectively. We could do with. We have to adapt into this situation so that the classroom teaching could be started. As you know that we from the government of Meghalaya, from the 1st of March, we are allowed the schools to open from nursery onwards, subject to the protocol as of the government, and also the consent of the parent, the consent of the teachers and the managing committee, because now it is not very easy to force anybody. But I have seen in the last 1 year, I have learned that as of now, there is not a substitute to classroom teaching. Online is only to supplement the classroom teaching in this time of pandemic. So we have to move on. Having said that, COVID is still prevalent not only in the state, also in the country. We have seen how the second wave of COVID happened in Maharashtra and on other. 1 year that this situation has teach us how to live with this situation. So we have to take care about ourselves. By taking care of ourselves, we could take care about the others. So at the same time, this initiative of the Aurobindo Society, it is a very, very good initiative. I'm very thankful to this 133 teachers who are partner with the society to empower themselves, not only to be the ambassador for the order, because through them they will, because in education you cannot keep to yourself. Education is there is a change reaction, and through change action it will benefit more and more. So this initiative we need, because from the government side it is not possible. We have seen, we are very lucky that we have our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who since 2014, as soon as he take charge as the Prime Minister of the country, that he talked every now and then. We didn't realize that the movement he tried to inculcate in us that digital is the way forward. Digital. So now in this pandemic, this because of his initiative, whether in zero balance account Jan Dhan Yojana, we have seen how because of his initiative, the government could transfer the benefit from directly to the beneficiary from anywhere. So, and I have seen under his leadership, maybe in education also, he brought up this new education policy, which not only make some change, it's a drastic change, both in curriculum, both in classroom, or in the way we teach the student, and more importantly, where importance have given to skills, because skills, it is only skills that could take us forward. I'm very happy that our Honorable Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma, during his initiative this year, last year, we have come up with the draft youth policy of the state of Meghalaya, where each and every youth should have at least one skill. It may be anything. Besides education, you should have one skill, because sometimes many people, many individuals, they have the skills in themselves. It's up to us how to harness our skills. The government will help us to harness the skills of the youth today. So the important thing now is that for education, we have to inculcate in our children, number one, that they should harness their skills, and number two, the door is never closed for anything. There is always the ample opportunity. It depends upon us how to utilize our skills, how to utilize those opportunity. And number three, which I want to say is that uh, the teachers, the role of teachers is very important. The teachers, we should identify what is the we should not only identify the weak point of the student. We should identify what this person has the strong point. Let us work on the strong point of the student. Let us work on the strong point of the student so that it will benefit him in his life. So with this few words, I congratulate all the 133 teachers who will be facilitated in this during this program. I congratulate the Aurobindo Society for the initiative. Not only this, I know Aurobindo Society has taken so many initiatives, be in to improve the socio-economic life of the people. So I hope that we will work together. We will work together in spite, as the government, there are so many constraints. So many constraints. As you know, in our Meghalaya, sometimes I feel like the person who sit on the chair as education minister, as the one who do injustice to the teaching community. No, because in Meghalaya we have so many category of teachers, so many payment, salary structure. Sometimes in the same school, somebody will get 70, 80,000. Somebody, the same time, they will get 7, 8, 9,000. This is, I feel something. But having said that, we are moving and we have to move forward. The government will try to do its part, whether to improve the classroom. I'm very happy that the government of Meghalaya, under the leadership of Conrad Ketsama, have taken a decision that 200 government primary school in the state will be given, will be newly construct at the rate of 35 lakh each. This is the first initiative how to improve the infrastructure, besides the training of the teachers, besides the continuous training of the teachers. So with these few words, once again, I'm thankful to the organizer of this webinar. I'm thankful to the teaching community. I'm thankful to all the participants. I wish that this small step will be a big jump in the improvement of the socio-economic life of the student, of the community, and the state. And moreover, it will make our country, India, a strong country, which could be the leader in the education system in the world. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words have been so encouraging and inspiring. And above all, they are so true and honest. This year, 2021, we are hoping to said that at times we need such eye-opener things. Year 2020 became an eye-opener for us, and we are able to identify the gaps. And one of the gaps in which Sri Aurobindo Society has identified earlier and is trying to contribute to bridge up that gap is empowering our teachers. And that is what IPAAC is also doing. Through Innovative Pathshala Alternative Academy calendar, the training is focused on improving the experiential and joyful teaching capabilities of the teachers, so that the 3 points that you mentioned that students should have, they should have some skill, they should harness their skills, they should have ample opportunities, and the teacher should be able to identify the best or the strongest point in the student. So via IPAAC, we are trying to create those capabilities in the teachers so they are able to realize the vision of Sri Aurobindo, who has been into the holistic development of the students. I will not take much time, sir, but my inquisitiveness is compelling me to ask one more question. Sri Aurobindo Society is also in the formulation of role model schools at the district level. You know, these teachers who are being trained for IPAAC, in future they will play a very constructive and crucial role in establishing role model schools at the district level. These schools will be the one who will impart education through experiential and joyful teaching methods and techniques. So as an education minister, and you have witnessed many other domains also, you know, work very closely with the teachers as well as with other sectors also, sir. So do you think such role model schools, which become the center of excellence and inspiration for other schools, play an important role in uplifting the overall education of the state? Do you think such initiatives of Sri Aurobindo Society, ZII, EI, HDFC Bank, where they are looking forward to establishing role model schools, will be very beneficial for the state and for the nation? What are your views, sir?
That is a very, very important. We are very fortunate that we are living in the society, in the country where everybody have the right to do things for improvement of the society. These schools are very, very important. The initiative of the NGO, non-governmental association, is very, very important. And as I said before, education system is very dynamic. And you know that for the government to take a policy and from the policy decision to implementing things, it takes time. We also from the government, we like to learn things from the initiative of NGO, because as the government, once you take everything, you know, any initiative of the government, be it a pilot project, be it on a mission mode, whenever we do, the employee or the stakeholder, that they think that, oh, this is a government, it's not a mission, it is not a pilot. They think it the same thing like the government work. So it is very difficult for the government from the policy matter to execute the thing in the right way. No matter how much the policy is very good, but I have seen during these last 3 years in the helm of affairs, it is very difficult for me personally also to transform what I thought from the policy to the grassroots. So we need the inspiration from the society, from the NGO like Aurobindo Society and other organizations to see, so that we could help us to bring about the work which we are doing in the government. It is sometimes it's it's unacceptable. Change the thing overnight. We have to have the alternative method so that the people in the government could see why, when we in the government sector, we are paid so much, why those people there with a very little salary, or when a non-profit organization could do such a beautiful thing, that I hope that it will encourage we from the government to do more. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so to the initiatives of Sri Aurobindo Society, and one more initiative is a micro scholarship initiative, which actually empowers students. They can take up online quizzes and win rupees 1,000 per month. Though we know that connectivity is one of the major issues in Meghalaya, but I'm very hopeful that 2020 gave us those tough lessons, and now we will find the solutions where students will be able to participate in online quizzes, that too under the supervision of the teachers, and they will be able to win micro scholarships of rupees 1,000 per month. And these micro scholarships will benefit not only the students but also their parents, because 1,000 rupees is a very valuable amount for any family. So, have you ever heard about micro scholarships, or do you think such micro scholarship initiatives, they actually benefit the students and give them the encouragement and motivation to become lifelong learners? Do you have any thoughts about it? Would you like to share on this platform, sir?
Any scholarship, as long as the student get through his merit, that will encourage him. The scholarship which we have given to everybody, that if people just take it as a grant. But when we say a scholarship through on merit, those who qualify, those who get that will empower them, encourage them, and that will be one of the so to say, it will be not only benefit, it will encourage the student. We also from the government of Meghalaya, when I took up in the education department in 2018, there is one file come to me that there is a merit scholarship which conducted by the government of Meghalaya, DERT, for the primary and upper primary student. When the file come that about 120 or 200, I don't remember the exact figure per year. When I see the figure for the upper primary 600 per month, 60 rupees per month, and for the primary it is 100 rupees per month. Then I told my officers that it is better to abolish this scholarship. How the person who get the merit scholarship will get only 60 or 100 rupees per month. Either we have to increase or we have to abolish. But I'm very thankful to the government that we have taken a decision that those students who are selected to get this scholarship, they will get about 600 rupees per month. So this, I have seen this empower the student, encourage the student, not only encourage. Whenever we recognize any child strength, whenever we recognize any merit of the child or the student, remember that itself an encouragement, that it will make will take him into his school. It is like so to say a vitamin for him to do more, so that to empower himself for his own benefit, and if he is benefit, remember the society benefit.
Correct, sir. Scholarships like vitamins. They give the nutrition and the nourishment which is very much required for any community or for any student. And now, not taking much time, it is for me to call upon the teachers and the education officers who have worked tirelessly during this COVID-19 lockdown period with Sri Aurobindo Society. And we will be presenting their names as well as their districts on the screen. But to begin with, on behalf of Sri Aurobindo Society, I thank you, Meghalaya State Education Coordinator, Ms. Sharika Rani. State Educational Education Coordinator, Ms. Sharika Rani. She has been with us as a strong pillar of support, and for this webinar as well, she's been very supportive, and with her efforts, we have been able to reach out to the education officers and to the teachers as well. Now moving to the first district, East Khasi Hills. We extend our thanks to Sri Latus L. Sawan. He is DEO cum ACTT RMSA East Khasi Hills, and 28 teachers from East Khasi Hills are being felicitated in IPAAC as the innovative teachers. And now we will have their names and the faces on the screen. May we have their names, and then these are the beautiful faces, these brimming faces from East Khasi Hill, and most of them are part of this webinar right now. And I would request teachers not to unmute themselves, but just say hello, hi in the chat box section, so that we are all see how enthusiastic we all are feeling right now. Yes, I can see clapping and I can see hi, hello. So these are 28 teachers from East Khasi Hill, and with this, I again extend warm gratitude to Sri Latus El Sawe, DEO cum ACTT RMSA East Khasi Hills, for being so supportive during this entire tenure of the implementation of IPAAC. Now moving on to the next district, which is West Khasi Hills. And we extend our thank you to Sri Edward Mange. He is additional SDSEO and Inspection Committee, West Khasi Hill. 19 teachers from West Khasi Hills are being felicitated at this platform. They have been with us for IPAAC. I again request you, don't unmute yourself. Say hi, hello. That is the hi, hello. Just put it in a chat box. Put it in a chat box. Say hi, hello. So that we can all feel the warmth and togetherness and the collective efforts that we have all made through during this period. Now moving on to district. These are the faces and the brilliant faces and the teachers of West Khasi Hills. Yes, these are the teachers. These are the teachers who have worked tirelessly from West Khasi Hills. 19 teachers from West Khasi Hills. And now, time for me to move to the next district, which is Rimbhoi. And we thank you, Shri Venkat Nangal, SDSEO, from Rimbhoi district, Sub-Divisional School Education Officer from Rimbhoi. And now we will have the names and faces of the teachers. 19 teachers from Rimbhoi are being felicitated at this moment. I again extend thank you to Shri Vincent because he has been like a pillar of support for us. And I request teachers to please say hi, hello at this chat box so that we can all witness the warmth and the readiness that we have. And now it's time to move to the next district, which is West Gambia Hills. I extend my thank you to Ms. Conquistina Lindo. She is Inspection Committee SEO West Jantia Hills. 18 teachers from West Jantia Hills are being felicitated in IPAAC. And these are the faces and names of those teachers who have been an inspiration for many, many others. We know that these teachers went through tough times at their personal and professional levels, but still they continued with the training, they continued with the effort, and they have empowered themselves to become better teachers and become better role models for their students as well. Move on to the next district now. We have East Garo Hills, and with this, we extend a warm gratitude to Ms. Santamoy D. Maram. She is Inspection Committee SDSEO, that is Sub-Divisional School Education Officer, East Garo Hills. Thank you so much, ma'am, pillar of support. And now we have the names and the faces of 26 teachers from East Garo Hills. These are the names and the faces of the teachers, and most of the teachers are with us right now at this platform. Again, say hi, hello. We can see so many faces at this moment at our screen, and I'm sure this will become a very positive ripple effect for the other teachers of as well. It's time to move to the next district now, which is West Garo Hills. And we extend our thank you to Shri Samuel Marat. He is Inspection Committee SDSEO West Garo Hills. He has been really supportive and kind to Shri Aurobindo Society's initiative. And 23 teachers from West Garo Hills. These are the names and the faces of 23 teachers. From the bottom of the core of our heart, we extend our gratitude to all the teachers, to all the 133 teachers who have been part of IPAAC and who have worked tirelessly during this COVID-19 lockdown period and been the part of training sessions. And we are very hopeful that once the schools resume, the training and the knowledge and the skills that the teachers So Honorable Education Self Meghalaya, these were the names and the faces of 133 teachers of Meghalaya, and most of them are part of this webinar with us right now. You have already extended your appreciation and thank you to the teacher. Few last words which you want to convey, just to boost our morale, just to encourage ourselves, to encourage Aurobindo Society as well. Would you like to say something more, sir? We would love to hear from you, sir.
It is really a very nice initiative. It is maybe a small step, as I said before, but it will be really help in transform the education sector in the state. We need more initiative like this. I'm very hopeful that with this step which taken by Aurobindo Society, this will, and moreover, which the mission they have set up to take up some role model school in each district. This will really help in transform the education system in the country. And as I said, I'm very glad that education is dynamic. I'm very glad that the teachers they take time off. They want to learn. They are craving for knowledge more and more, because as we know that many things have changed. Until and unless we are updating ourselves, it is very difficult for us to disseminate the education to the student. But this is a very, very good initiative, and I congratulate once again the Honorable Society. I congratulate all the teachers. Let us, whatever you learn, please take it to the classroom. Whatever you learn, please take it to the community, so that the knowledge which you gain, you share with others, so that we will benefit more. The knowledge we have, if remain with us, it is not a knowledge. It become a knowledge only when we keep to others. With this word, thank you very much. Good day. Thank you, Arvind Society. Thank you very much. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you so much, sir. With collective steps, we will achieve great victories. And this morning, we have witnessed so much energy, positive energy from you, sir. We hope to continue for other years as well. I request other teachers to please tell us if they have to put any comments, please use the chat section. And after this, we have to the end of the section here, come to the end of the webinar, and to present a vote of thanks, I request Mr. Ashok Sharma, National Head Training Rupanta Shri Aurobindo Society, to please present vote of thanks.
माननीय सभी आदरणीय शिक्षा अधिकारी और तमाम उन शिक्षकों का जिन्होंने श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर कार्य किया है, उन सब का हृदय से आभार प्रकट करना चाहता हूं और उन्हें ये आश्वासन देना चाहता हूं कि केवल श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी के जीरो इन्वेस्टमेंट इनोवेशन फॉर एजुकेशन जो प्रोग्राम है, उससे केवल एजुकेशन में ही बढ़ोतरी नहीं होगी, उन्नति नहीं होगी, बल्कि पूरा देश एक करने का हमारा उद्देश्य है। आज मेघालय का कोई भी शिक्षक अगर अपना आइडिया देता है तो वो बंगाल के, तमिल के या पंजाब के हर शिक्षक तक उसे पहुंचाने का हमने प्रयास किया है। हमने तमाम जितने भी शिक्षकों से आइडिया प्राप्त हुए उन्हें 14 भाषाओं में अनुवादित कर देश के हर कोने के हर शिक्षक तक पहुंचाने का कार्य किया है। हम चाहते हैं कि शिक्षकों के द्वारा शिक्षकों के लिए जो हमारा ये प्रोग्राम है वो भारतवर्ष को एक शिक्षा के आधार पर एक कर दे, अर्थात कहीं भी किसी भी शिक्षक का अगर कोई कार्य है तो वो देश के हर कोने के हर शिक्षक तक पहुंचाने का कार्य श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी ने किया है। मैं ये आश्वासन देना चाहता हूं कि अगर सारे विश्व को भारतवर्ष ने जीरो दिया है तो एक दिन ऐसा आएगा कि जीरो इन्वेस्टमेंट इनोवेशन इनिशिएटिव जो प्रोग्राम है ZII प्रोग्राम, हम पूरे विश्व को ये प्रोग्राम देंगे। जिस तरह जीरो दिया है इसी तरह जीरो इन्वेस्टमेंट का प्रोग्राम भी हम देंगे। इस आशा के साथ हम पूरे देश में काम करना चाहते हैं। मेघालय के शिक्षा मंत्री, शिक्षकों ने जो भी इसमें सहयोग किया है वो निश्चित रूप से बहुत सराहनीय है और मैं आज बहुत गदगद हूं और श्री अरविंदो सोसाइटी की तरफ से एक प्रतिनिधि के रूप में पूरी सोसाइटी की तरफ से आप सबका हृदय से पुनः एक बार आभार प्रकट करना चाहता हूं। बहुत बहुत आभार।
And now an important information for all the teachers who have been part of IPASE training. Those 133 teachers will receive their certificates from their district education officers within a week. So we will be sharing a physical certificate with the respective district education officers, and all the teachers, 133 teachers, will receive their certificates in a physical manner. And again, that will become an occasion of celebration for all the teachers and education officers once again at that time. And with this, it's time for me to say goodbye to all the members who have joined us in this state education meeting. And again, a very warm thank you and gratitude to Honorable Education Minister of Meghalaya, Sri Lakman Rimbui. Sir, it's been honor and privilege for us to hear from you, to witness the future that you are seeing for the state and for the teachers and for the education officers. Thank you so much, sir, for being a part of this state level education conference. Thank you. Thank you so much. Again, thank you so much to all the teachers and education officers who have been part of this conference. Because of your efforts, we have been able to organize this platform. Had you teachers not been a part of the training sessions, this could not have been possible. So again, on behalf of Sri Aurobindo Society, we extend our gratitude to all the teachers who have been part of ITAAC, as well as the education officers from the respective district education departments who have worked tirelessly in education and with Sri Aurobindo Society. Once again, thank you all of you. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.